This episode of the Sort of Truth podcast is brought to you by the Murdoch family. Now, we've known the Murdochs for quite a long time, actually, almost 10 years. Mm-hmm. And if there's one thing we can say about them, they know how to live life. They work hard, they play harder, and all around, they're just the best people. They really are. They are the best. And because they're the best, they went to patreon.com/podcastatt, and he made a $10 pledge. That's the top tier shit. That puts you in bestie category, right?
Yeah. Top shelf.
So if you want the best in life, we suggest, humbly, that you do the same. So that way, you could be like the Murdochs. All right, on with the show. Hello, book friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Sort of Truth podcast. The one, the only, alcohol-fueled, chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sort of Truth series with a pond full of craft brew on the side. Oh, how wonderful to skate on a pond full of frozen beer.
I feel like that would also be frustrating, though, because it's frozen.
Well, then you melt it in the springtime and you can drink it.
Yeah.
I think that was a joke on Super Troopers, but I'm seeing the light now. I'm in, fully. And I'm Nate, by the way.
I'm Jade, and we are dropping into chapter 61 of Stone of Tears.
Yes, we are. But before we get all the way into it, we had mentioned on Facebook, in a lack of an episode, sorry about that, that we were going to be doing another giveaway. So here's the deal. So Jade and I were contacted by a publicist from Head of Zeus Publishing. Nailed it. First try. And they just wanted us to let all of you know that the Children of Dahara book, the complete novel, would be coming out again February 2, anywhere you buy books. Specifically Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or your favorite indie bookstore. And because we were letting you guys know that was going to become available, they sent us a version of the book. A copy of the book. An actual physical copy of it.
So we already have it.
Yeah, so it's here. And we couldn't be happier about that. But since it's Christmas time, and we've been in the spirit of giving, we've decided that it would only be appropriate if we gave it to you guys, since you guys are the reason that, we got sent a copy of the book in the first place. Mm-hmm. And we love you.
So the way that we think that we're going to do this is throughout the month of January till about the beginning of February. I think whenever our first episode is in February will probably be the end of the giveaway for sure. We would like it if you guys could send us a little blurb about what Terry or his writing has given to you. Because, I think we all need a little happiness in our lives after this crazy, crazy year. So hearing these wonderful little stories, I think, could give us all a little boost. And, it's just nice. So if you guys could send us an email or really... and any of our methods of contacting us, send us...
Yeah, anything.
Send us just a little thing saying, hey, this is what Terry did for me or what the books did for me. You will be entered into our giveaway. And at the end of January, beginning of February, we will be announcing the winner and probably reading off a couple of these little stories or whatever you call them.
Yeah, I would like to. Maybe let us know if that's all right with you, just so we don't make anybody uncomfortable. Because that wouldn't be good. But yeah, as long as you are willing to share it with us, we would love to read them.
And if you guys could share us anywhere, that would also be awesome. I don't know if it's necessarily necessary to enter, because I know not everybody has the ability or wants to be sharing on their personal Facebook pages. But if you could share us, we are always super duper appreciative of a little bit of advertisement around. That's
boost.
Awesome. Yeah. We will be announcing this on the Facebook page and bringing it up as much as we possibly can over the next few weeks so that you don't miss out.
Right. Well, I think that takes care of everything we have to get out of the way before this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to get back into it. Jade and I have had a bit of a break, which was nice, but we're back in our basement again with our book and our beer, and we're ready to go.
And my cat.
And your cat, yeah, Puck is on your lap permanently, I'm pretty sure. All right, so this chapter begins with Richard, Kip, and Hirsch, and Kip and Hirsch have frogs in their pockets. They are about to do some fuckery.
Yeah, I was super confused when it started because I was like, wait, what? We were with Kaylin. What's happening?
It was really a cold bath. Like, what are they doing? Why do they have frogs? Where are they? What the fuck is going on? I, for some reason, thought that they were about to screw with the guards. And I mean, that is the goal of this, but the guards are sisters.
Yeah, not the guards that we've come to know.
Right. I'm thinking big guy with like a sword or a staff, and it's not. It's just these magical ladies who... It makes it fun. It makes me think of like a Catholic schoolboy because frogs and sisters.
Oh, yeah.
And then, they'll chase them all around. But there's magical consequences for this.
Yeah, they're not going to get whacked with a ruler. They're
right.
going to get something else.
Oh, fuck that ruler. Anyways, so Richard tells them, look, this is serious business, even though it's a joke. And they can be in very real trouble if they fuck up. So, don't fuck up.
Don't.
They've never done this before, so Kip and Hirsch are like, yeah, we're gonna do some shit. It's cool. And, like, they look up to Richard. Richard is their idol, so he's like, all right, we're gonna fuck with him. You boys ready? Yes, sir.
We're your men,
We're
dude.
your men, yeah. 9 years old. He's like, we're your men. So Richard, he goes down the hall. After telling them, you have to count to 50. Do not look at me, okay? Now, he didn't specifically say don't look at me. He just said don't even peek around the hallway. He does that so he can get into position near the door and then put on his cape. See, so that way he's invisible.
Disappeared.
Yeah, and so when the boys come running around the corner, they're like, where the fuck did he go? What? Did he ditch us? That motherfucker. But the boys ran past him without seeing him. They open the doors, and they're like, hey, na-na-na-na-na-na, and start hucking frogs into the room, which, it's not good for frogs. We watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou yesterday, and yeah, frogs don't bounce. They might be able to jump, but...
I think it might have bounced off that tree. But it
well,
wasn't okay. It wasn't okay anymore.
No. So, of course, since the boys are hucking frogs at him, the sisters, they chase him.
Yeah.
Because that's the comedic thing to do. Why oughta? And then they scramble.
Honestly, if I'm sitting at a desk and someone comes in and starts hucking frogs at me, I'm not going to just sit there.
Hey, you little fucker. No, you go after him for sure.
Also, get the frogs out of my fucking office. Not dealing with that shit.
You got to chase down every single one.
Yeah.
Some of the frogs are loud. Like, I never realized how loud an actual bullfrog could be. They're insane.
Yeah.
And if you have one in your office while you're trying to work, diligently doing your job, and it's just like, raw. Fuck that. I wouldn't.
I mean, you're not going to.
I don't mind frogs at all. Like, I don't think they're gross or anything. I just, the noise.
I mean, I don't.
The noise, Jade.
I don't think they're gross, but I also don't really feel like touching one most of the time.
Well, yeah.
I'm also not a 9-year-old boy, so.
This is facts.
So after the sisters take off after the boys in opposite directions, Richard goes into the room and he walks through that shimmering wall of thick air that we saw the last time he was in there. He saw it too. It's in front of the door to the prelate's office, and he just like strolls right through it.
Yeah, he felt it last time. It was like, I'm not going to fuck with it. And now he makes his way through and decides that it's not hurting him. So kind of whatever. But it would still make you wonder what the fuck it was, right?
Apparently not Richard. He's just like, whatever, that's cool.
This is fine.
Once he gets into the other room, there's an old woman dusting all the shelves and shit. And Richard's like, hey, I'm looking for the prelate. Because this is obviously not the prelate. Because she's wearing, like, work clothes.
Well, yeah, Jade, this is the help. She's cleaning.
Yeah.
the prelate is much too busy to just be sitting and dusting her office. Why, that wouldn't make any sense at all.
Nope. But this woman starts asking a lot of questions for being the help, if she was the help. She's like, how did you get in here? Those sisters would have left a shield if they weren't in the room.
Right. So there's no way that you should have been able to do this. Yet here you are.
But Richard ignores that and insists he has to see the prelate. The woman repeatedly is like, you need a fucking appointment, dude.
I loved this. He's like, yeah, so she wouldn't see me and they wouldn't let me see her. So I just made my own appointment.
Yeah.
I'm here for my appointment.
Hi.
Like, that's the key, you know? And then finally Richard realizes that, well, this is the prelate.
Yes, she is the prelate, which makes it a little bit even more annoying that she was like, you need a fucking appointment. Well, you're standing here, you were dusting. You're not busy.
Yeah.
I don't need an appointment.
Well, and like, the room in front of this room is the room with the desks and such, where I assume you make said appointment. This lady is supposedly cleaning an office, which means not the person you're going to talk to about making an appointment.
Yeah.
You can go to my job after hours and you could talk to the cleaning ladies all you want, but they're not going to be able to get you a conveyor system. You know? Like, oh, yeah, that might not make sense. That's what I build at work. But yeah, so, like, it doesn't make any sense. He's like, well, arguing about this appointment, this is obviously not the person.
Yeah, I think he's just like, well, I'm in here now. So you're the cleaning lady. You're not going to, like, get me out. So,
right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Come at me with that duster, mama. I got a sword.
But I guess it's not really clear if she has been denying the meetings or if it's just her guards who have been like, nope, not happening.
Because she's too busy.
Yeah.
Why, she couldn't possibly.
But the prelate has heard of him, so she's obviously not completely out of touch with what's happening in the palace. This is actually kind of interesting because we were talking about how nobody had seen her technically that we knew of before now. So
yeah.
She definitely is alive. She exists.
Yeah.
Even though she's not having dinner with anybody, she knows what's going on. She knows Richard's causing some fucking trouble.
Yeah, she's got eyes and ears for sure.
Yes. She tells him it seems like he's running the place now, and from now on, he can come see her whenever he wants. She was the one that wasn't allowing the meeting, and it was a test. She was just like, he'll figure it out. If he wants to come in, he'll figure it out eventually.
So she's trying to find the level of fuckery that Richard is capable of. That's what her goal here was, right?
Yeah, she was trying to annoy him enough to spur him into action.
To make him do it. Well, like, what if it went horribly wrong? Now, I know Richard would never do this, but what if he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm seeing that prelate. Kicks the door open to the outer room, kills both of the sisters with the sword, and then, you know, like, just does the worst possible thing to get in there.
Then she would have had the measure of him.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's right. She knows that he's smart and he's logical, and nobody really got hurt, right? Except maybe the frogs, but who knows, to get into the office to see her.
Yeah.
So he did take a route with, like, little violence.
Yeah. He used his head.
Ah.
Not that one.
Oh. No. No.
Anyways.
What the fuck?
I don't know. The prelate had expected it to take him longer to end up in her office. He did it exceptionally fast, which we know Richard is just good at cutting to the chase, getting there before you expect him to anyways.
Yep.
So
Cutting out that middleman.
Yeah.
We're getting in.
At this point, the sisters return to the prelate's office, and Richard's like, hey, don't punish the boys. I put them up to it. It's fine. Not a big deal. And Elisha is like, not only are they going to be punished, but so will you. And the prelate, instead, ends up punishing her and Fenella for allowing Richard to make it in. They're going to be strapped in the boys' place.
Richard didn't do anything wrong, technically, right? Nobody got hurt. Maybe he didn't know better, and you two weren't here to tell him that he couldn't go in. So, technically, he walked through an open door.
Seriously, he did. He just walked into a room with nobody in.
Right. And so that means you two really screwed the pooch on this one. Like, you're guards.
Yeah.
Your guards. That was my thought. Like, okay, 2 kids take off. Send